Okay. Two students, Jenny and Cho, are investigating motion. Jenny walks in a straight line. Cho measures the distance Jenny has walked in a 10-second interval. State two measuring instruments the students should use. So pieces of equipment. We're looking for what equipment are they using. So they need the equipment to measure distance, and they need an equipment to measure time. So to measure distance, you could use a ruler. And to measure time, you could use a stopwatch. Okay. You could also, of course, use other things. You could use a tape measure, or you could use one of those little wheels that you use to push along the ground that goes click, 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 which is called a trundle wheel. But I think the most obvious one is ruler. So now we've got some measurements, and we are asked to draw a graph of the distance against the time for these measurements. Okay, so in 0 seconds, they've walked 0 meters, so I'll put a cross there. In 10 seconds, they've walked 14 meters, so I'd put a cross there. In 20 seconds, they've walked 19 meters, so I'd put a cross there. In 30 seconds, 24 meters, so I'd put a cross there. In 40 seconds, 28, so I would put a cross there. 50 seconds, 30. 60 seconds, 31. Okay, so that is our graph. Now, I would expect you as well to join up the dots with a smooth line, although actually I think possibly this bit might be a straight line. So we might want to put a straight line in there. Okay, so we want to join up these dots as well, and because it's not obviously not a straight line, I would expect a smooth curve, one smooth line through those. So now we're asked, how far has Jenny walked after 35 seconds? So 35 seconds is here. So after 35 seconds, we would say Jenny has walked 26 meters. Describe how Jenny's speed changed during the investigation. So this is a distance time graph, and the speed, if we want the definition of speed, it is the rate of change of distance with time. That's what speed is. So in other words, it's the gradient of the graph. So you can see that Jenny starts off walking really fast, and then as time goes forward, her speed gets slower because the gradient gets smaller. So describe how Jenny's speed changed during the investigation. She starts off fast and then she slows down. Starts off fast and then slows down. Slows down is the important thing. What feature of the graph shows this change? Well, we've already said that the gradient or the slope of the graph, and that slope is decreasing. The gradient or the slope of the graph is decreasing.